Merry meet Taurus. Taurus sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Taurus starting today, the 14th of March, 2024. This is Ariel and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube is the lovely Jennifer, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Heather. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you so much, Heather. And thank you to everybody for joining us today for this 2-week reading for Taurus. I'm reading today with the Taurussun 23 deck, and I've already purified with this old standby Florida water. You can buy those products by following the links in the video description of this video on YouTube, should you desire to. If you happen to be watching on a restream on YouTube, you can fast forward through the shuffling if you don't like watching it. Just use the timestamps in the video description. And that way you don't have to message me telling me how long it takes me to shuffle. Shuffling is kind of a necessary part of the whole thing. Oh God, people crack me up. You know, you shuffle too long. I'm like, do I? I beg to differ. Anyway, what was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, please please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're watching on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch. You can watch on Twitch without ads when you subscribe to us there. If you are on, what was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, this goes out to a lot of people, a lot of Taurus. So if for some reason this doesn't seem to apply to you, just don't force it. It's probably just not meant for you. Disregard the reading in that case and check out the zodiacal readings for your other signs. Or remember that we have a general reading for all signs every single day except for Monday. Normally we have a weekly pick a card reading, but I missed it this week because I got too busy with work. So sorry about that. We will get another one next week. Alright, if you'd like to give us a donation, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga, or on YouTube you could use a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks. Our shop at arielscornershop.com is still a bunch of affiliate links, which means we make a small commission off of each and every sale. Keep an eye out for the soft launch of our new shop sometime in April. Alright, Taurus, I think we are good to go. So I'm going to give this deck a nice clean cut and see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Taurus. Alright, starting off with an Empress card. Or no, I'm sorry, High Priestess card, excuse me. High Priestess. Hello, Ariel. Know your symbols. And then we've got a Knight of Coins, and then we've got a Page of Wands. How nice is this? Lots of stuff coming out of the shadows for you. A lot of things that have been germinating in the depths of the womb of the mother or the depths of the earth coming up, sprouting out. And a lot of it is, you know, just is trotting out as some real good, well, for many of you, financial, but some of you are just have been going through some health problems, and those are all seem to be clearing up, or at least on their way to be clearing up. And any of those financial issues seem to be clearing up as well. So I know it's been sort of like, oh, scary. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Well, it's happening, and it's really good. And then you have some really good news about your job or your career, something like that. This is a really good time for you to follow your hunches, Taurus. It always is a good time, but especially a good time for you to follow your hunches, work with intuition, you know, follow omens and signs, really be open and receptive to the omens and the signs because they are leading you in really good directions. Of course, you can always question everything. You don't have to, you know, be superstitious about everything and say, oh, what does that mean? What does that mean? You'll know if it's an omen or a sign, because it'll be sort of obvious and very unusual. So, you know, you don't have to go hunting for the signs. They'll show themselves to you. But also following your gut is really important. Your gut knows what to do and how to do it. It's a beautiful, beautiful time in your life, Taurus. This good news about your job. I think some of you that have been looking for a new job or a promotion, I think that there might be some good news about that very soon. Some of you that have your own businesses, I think you're going to be learning some things that take it to the next level as well. So good news, and also possibly some education. Those of you that are involved in a particular type of work that requires continuing education and things like that, you're going to be really pleased with whatever it is that you learn in the coming weeks. Okay, we've got a 4 of Cups. We've got a Justice card and a King of Cups. Isn't that nice? Wowza, wowza. So, you know, the tendency that you've been sort of, I don't know if you've been forcing yourself or if it's been natural or maybe a combination of the two, of sort of like retreating from conflict and just like not getting involved in it. Just like, okay, I'm not going to get involved in this conversation. That kind of thing has really paid off. It really has paid off. It's something that you may want to even continue doing somewhat. I'm not saying to silence yourself if you need to use your voice, but not everything needs to be talked about. And learning how to retreat into secrecy sometimes is a huge power for you. And not everybody needs to know what you're doing. Not everybody needs to know what you're thinking. In fact, it gives you so much power when you just close the lips and keep them closed. And you know what you're doing, and it'll be obvious soon enough, because things are really, the balance is swinging in your favor with this Justice card. Now, for some of you, this is the divine law of restitution in action. So things that haven't been fair are coming around in your favor, and you're being rewarded by just keeping your mouth shut and just letting the law work for you rather than trying to, to make it work. Sometimes it's important to go out there and let your voice be heard, but sometimes it's better if you just let the results speak for themselves, and it's one of those times. Because the results are going to be pretty good, it looks like, or they're becoming pretty good in whatever areas those are that needed to be rebalanced in your life. That's wonderful. This is you being the spiritual master that you are, that forward-thinking spiritual master. I think a lot of people underestimate you. And you know what? Good for them. They can. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. Let them underestimate you. It's wonderful to be underestimated. A lot of times people get so offended by that, hurt by that. They underestimate me. They don't know what I'm really made of. Let them. That means they're not going to get in your way. That means that when everything it comes out and is the way it's supposed to be, everybody's going to have their jaws on the floor because they underestimated you. So it puts you in a position of power when people underestimate you, not a position of weakness. And you're very forward thinking right now, and that's a good thing. You want to be very forward thinking, not saying to live in the future. It's good to live in the present, but really knowing where you're going and why you want to go there, and what motivates you, and what your goals are, and what your plans are, and what your aspirations are. That's a good thing. And like I said, if you keep those to yourself, and you really, what that does is it's like steam building up and building up. Like in a tea kettle, it takes a while for that steam to build up, but eventually it goes and it starts to make a lot of noise. That's what's going to happen with you. You're going to explode into manifestation, and everybody's going to go, whoa, what was that? I didn't know they were I didn't even know they were working on that. I didn't even know that was a possibility for them. What happened? People look at you after a while, and they come back and they say, whoa, you don't even seem like the same person. Who are you? What was that? Look at this life of yours. What did you do? I didn't know you were doing all that. And you just smile. Oh yeah. That's me. So it's a beautiful thing to stay sort of in the shadows right now. It's a power play. It's a powerful position for you. Okay, let's talk about We only have one numbered card, and that's the 4. So your only planetary influence right now is Jupiter. Poor you. Expansion and wealth and prosperity and justice and mercy, all good. All good is yours, and it's expanding. And it's expanding so exponentially, you know? And like I said, with this, we have, let's see, 2 trump cards. So what's happening in the shadows, what's happening behind the surface is being rebalanced for you. And it's even behind, a lot of what's in the shadows you know about and you're not sharing with others, or that's the way it should be, and that's what I'm encouraging. But there's also a lot that's in the shadows that you don't know about, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised too. So there's some really pleasant surprises coming your way about some things that you didn't think were ever going to come back to you, ever going to get resolved for you, that you just kind of wrote off. And it'll be amazing for you, I think. All right, so then the bulk of what you have are these court cards, and they are such good court cards because you have 1 knight, 1 page, and 1 king. So these are all the masculine. These are all, so well, this page, it could be sort of gender neutral, but these are 2 masculine cards, and that doesn't mean physical gender. That's talking about hermetic principle of gender. And so this is an active time for you. This is a very active time for you. This is active in regards to this financial stuff that's going on with you. There's help on its way. And you're going to get actively involved in that help. And some of that help might be with people. I mean, everybody's so different. You might have somebody coming and helping you expand your wealth, because it looks like that's what's happening, is a lot of expansion. But there's also other ways that you're going to get it active. Like I said, following your hunches, following your intuitions, following the signs. Something will just cross your path that might be a book or a manual or something. You're like, oh, I didn't ever know about that. And that's pretty cool. I can just do that. And all of these things that are just coming to help you are conspiring to get you the money that you need for whatever these things are. And it's all very innocent and beautiful. And like I said, a lot of it comes out of nowhere. It comes out of the woodwork there. The other masculine card is this wonderful King of Cups. And I want you to recognize that that's really you right now. Because a lot of times when we hear the idea that you're a spiritual master, we think, well, that sounds kind of arrogant. I can't call myself a spiritual master. It's not that you are a master over others or that you're so much better than everybody else. It's not that kind of thing. But it's that you're learning mastery. You have learned, actually, I should say. You've learned so much. You are wise. That wisdom is well earned, and it's there for you to use. It's not arrogant for you to see yourself that way. I'm already wise. This doesn't mean I don't have a lot more that I can learn. Doesn't mean any of that. It just means that I have so many spiritual skills that I can use for my benefit. And so now I can just use them. I'm going to use them. I am a master, and that's a good thing. It took a lot of work, so I should be able to acknowledge that and use it. And then this other court card, this is your career. Like I said, this looks like some news, some information, some learning, some newness in your career. It might even be side gig. It might even be a new kind of source of income. It's going to be different for everybody, but there's this newness, this good news. So be open and receptive to that, and recognize that there's a lot of positive action happening in your career or job, even possibility, like I said, a side gig or something new. So all good. This is a great reading. Wonderful, wonderful reading. All right, you can listen to the meditation on the High Priestess card if you want a meditation. And that one is called Working with the Goddess of Mystery. And then also for this Divine Law of Restitution that is coming your way, this Justice card, you could work with that meditation is called Invoking the Goddess of Restitution. Invoking the Goddess of Restitution. So those are 2 meditations that might help you should you desire to do that. You can find the links to all the tarot meditations right in the video description of this video and all my tarot videos. Thank you so much, Taurus. I'm super happy for you. You're doing great. Thank you so much to the amazing moderators, Jennifer and Heather. And we'll see you in a couple weeks, Taurus. Blessed be.